She posted, "My body, my choice," with a bikini pic while on a girl's trip with her ex. I didn't comment, just canceled her return flight and changed the locks. She's been stranded at the airport for 6 hours calling me, but I'm at dinner with her sister. I, 31 male, was scrolling Instagram during lunch when I saw the post that ended my relationship. My girlfriend Bianca, 29, in a tiny red bikini, champagne glass raised, caption, "My body, my choice, living my best life with my girls." Normal post, right? Except for 2 things. First, she told me this was a girls-only spa weekend for her friend Meredith's birthday. Second, in the background of the photo, clear as day, was her ex Hugo. The one she swore was ancient history. I zoomed in to be sure. Yep, Hugo's distinctive arm tattoo, the one that says blessed in cursive. He was literally in the pool behind her. I sat there, sandwich forgotten, scrolling through her stories. More bikini pics. Group shots where she's pressed against Hugo. A video of them doing shots together. The girls in this girls' trip, Meredith, Bianca, Meredith's boyfriend Kyle, and Hugo. Been together 3 years, living in my condo for the last year and a half. She'd left Thursday morning, kissing me goodbye, promising to miss me so much during her relaxing spa weekend. I pulled up the airline app. Her return flight was Sunday evening, 6:15 p.m. 3 clicks later I'd canceled it. Non-refundable ticket? Not my problem anymore. Next I called Luis, my building's concierge. "Hey Luis, I need a locksmith, today. Can you arrange that?" "Everything okay, Mr. Raymond?" "Ex-girlfriend situation. She's out of town, need the locks changed before she gets back." "Say no more, I'll have someone there by 3 p.m. Then I opened our text thread. Her last message from this morning, "Missing you, baby. Spa day is so relaxing but would be better with you here." I didn't respond. Instead, I started packing her things. By 4 p.m. I had everything she owned in boxes by the door. Clothes, makeup, her exercise equipment, everything. Even folded it all neatly. I'm not a monster. Then I did something petty, maybe too petty. But I was hurt. I called her sister Valentina. "Hey Val, you free for dinner Sunday? Around 6? Random, but sure. Everything okay with you and Bianca? Just wanted to catch up. She's on her girls' trip, figured we could hang out." "Cool. That new Italian place?" "Perfect. See you then." Valentina had no idea what was happening. She also had no idea her sister was using a girls' weekend as cover to vacation with her ex. The same ex who'd cheated on Bianca 2 years ago, which Valentina had helped her through. 5:47 p.m. Sunday. I'm sitting at the restaurant with Valentina, explaining the situation over appetizers. She's where with H.O. Val's voice went up 3 octaves. I showed her the Instagram posts. Her face went through several emotions. Shock, anger, disappointment. That lying witch. She told me and Mom it was a spa weekend. She showed us the booking confirmation and everything. She probably did book a spa, just also booked Hugo. My phone started buzzing. 6:23 p.m. Right on time. Bianca calling. I declined. More calls. Then texts. "Why isn't my ticket working?" "They say it's canceled. Call me. This isn't funny. I'm stranded at the airport." Valentina looked at my phone. "You canceled her flight and changed the locks." She sat back processing. Then, "Good." The text kept coming. "Raymond, answer your phone. I know you're mad about the posts, but I can explain. It's not what it looks like. The airline says you canceled it. I need to get home." This is kidnapping. That last one made Valentina snort wine through her nose. Kidnapping? She's at an airport, not tied up in a basement. Then Bianca tried another approach. "Baby, please. I love you. Hugo means nothing. It was just friends hanging out. You're overreacting. My phone is dying. I have no money for another flight." Val read them over my shoulder. "No money? She works full-time. Where's her money?" "Spent it on the trip, probably. She knew I'd cover her bills this month, like always." "You pay her bills?" Was. Past tense. The calls started coming from other numbers. Meredith, Hugo, random airport phones. I answered one from the airport. Finally, "Ray, what the hell?" "Bianca, we're done. You lied about the trip. You're with your ex. Your stuff is packed." "It's not like that. We're just friends. You're being crazy." "My body, my choice. Remember? Well, my home, my choice. Find your own way back. You can't just strand me here." "I'm not stranding you anywhere. You're an adult with a job. Figure it out." "I'll call the police." "For what? Canceling a ticket I paid for? Good luck with that." I hung up. Valentina was typing furiously on her phone. "I'm telling Mom. She needs to know what Bianca's really been doing." 20 minutes later, Val's phone rang. Their mom. Put it on speaker, I said. Valentina, what's this about Bianca and Hugo? Val explained everything. The spa weekend, the Instagram posts, the canceled flight. Their mom's response? Good for Raymond. Maybe being stranded will teach her something. Even her own mother was done with her crap. By 8 p.m., the messages had evolved. I'm sleeping at the airport. This is abuse. I'll sue you. You'll regret this. Hugo is laughing at you. I never loved you anyway. Actually, I've been seeing him for months. That last one was probably meant to hurt me. Instead, it was evidence. Val screenshot everything, for when she tries to spin this later. 10 p.m., a call from an unknown number. I almost didn't answer, but Val grabbed my phone. Hello? Who's this? Bianca's voice, confused. Your sister. Who you lied to. Val, what are you? Why are you with Ray? Having dinner. Unlike you, he actually told the truth about his plans tonight. This is between me and him. No, this is between you and everyone you lied to. Mom knows, by the way, about Hugo, about the fake spa weekend, about all of it. Silence. Then, you turned my family against me? I took the phone. You turned them against yourself. I just told the truth. I'm still at the airport. And I need help. Ask Hugo. Oh wait, he took a different flight, didn't he? Left you there alone? She started crying. Ugly crying. Please, Ray, I'm sorry. I messed up. I love you. It was a mistake. Which part? The lying? The cheating? The my body, my choice post while you're pressed against your ex? I didn't cheat. We just hung out. In bikinis. Doing shots. While lying to me about where you were. That's cheating in my book. Where am I supposed to go? That's a you problem. Your stuff will be in storage unit 42B at Secure Store. You have 30 days to get it. Don't come to my home. Ray. I hung up and blocked her number. Valentina raised her glass. To trash taking itself out. We clinked glasses. By the time I got home, she'd made it back. How? According to the doorman, she'd convinced some businessman she met at the airport bar to buy her a ticket. Showed up at my building at 11:30 p.m., mascara running, demanding to be let in. Luis, the absolute legend, refused. Mr. Raymond was very clear. You're not a resident anymore. She made a scene. Security footage showed her kicking the door, screaming about her rights, threatening to sue everyone. Luis called the police when she wouldn't leave. She spent the night in holding for trespassing and disturbing the peace. As I write this, it's been 24 hours since she landed. Her Instagram is full of vague posts about toxic men and surviving abuse. The comments aren't going her way, though. Someone leaked the original bikini pic with Hugo. Hard to play victim when you're posting thirst traps with your ex. Valentina sent me a text this morning. She called Mom begging for money. Mom told her to ask Hugo, then hung up. My body? My choice? Absolutely. My home? My choice? Definitely. My life without lying, cheating girlfriends? Priceless. Hugo can have her. Something tells me he won't want her either when she's not a free vacation funded by another man. Update 1, 72 hours later. The entitlement train didn't just go off the rails, it exploded. When reality hit that I wasn't taking her back, Bianca went from victim to villain at warp speed. She showed up at the storage facility Monday morning with Hugo and a U-Haul. Problem? She didn't have the access code. I'd texted it to Valentina to give to her, but Bianca had burned that bridge by calling Val a traitor, backstabbing witch. The facility manager called me. Sir, there's a woman here claiming you're holding her belongings hostage. She's making quite a scene. Does she have the access code? No, she says you changed it to lock her out. I texted it to her sister since she blocked me. She can get it from her. She's saying she'll call the police. Tell her to go ahead. Everything's documented. 20 minutes later, got a call from an officer. Explained the situation. Provided screenshots of me sending the code to Valentina. Officer told Bianca she needed to contact her sister or wait for the 30-day abandonment period. She left empty-handed, but not before teeing a car in the parking lot. Unfortunately for her, it was the manager's car, and they had cameras. By Monday night, she'd started a full smear campaign when narcissists punish you for being happy. Emotional abuse is real. Stranding someone at an airport is criminal. He was always jealous of my friendships. Red flag I ignored. But Hugo had already shown his true colors. Remember how he left her at the airport? Well, he was already posting pics with another girl from the same resort. Turns out he'd met someone else on the trip and extended his stay. Bianca's best friend Jade, who wasn't on the trip, commented, "Girl, didn't you tell me this was a spa weekend? Why was Hugo there?" Bianca deleted the comment. Jade screenshot it first and made her own post. "When your best friend lies to everyone, then plays victim. I'm done." Tuesday morning, Bianca's boss Diane called me. We'd met at company parties, always got along. "Raymond, I'm sorry to bother you, but did Bianca really get arrested Sunday night?" "For trespassing at my building after I asked her not to come, yes. She called in saying she had a family emergency. The emergency was her getting caught cheating and facing consequences." Diane sighed. "She's already on thin ice for calling out sick last month when she was actually in Vegas. This might be the last straw." Plot twist. Bianca had used her spa weekend PTO days. When Diane checked Instagram and saw beach pool pics instead of spa treatments, that was it. Terminated for lying about PTO usage. Hugo's new girl, Serena, was petty in the best way. Posted a series of stories. When he tells you his ex is crazy, but she's actually at the resort with him. Ladies, if he'll cheat with you, he'll cheat on you. Anyway, thanks for the free drinks, Hugo. Blocking you now. Then she DM'd me. "Sorry, your ex is trash. Hugo told me you were abusive and controlling. But girl showed up to girls' weekend with him, so..." Math wasn't mathing. "Thought you should know he's been in her DMs for months." She sent screenshots. Hugo had been texting Bianca since April. Explicit messages, pictures, plans to meet up. All while she was living in my condo, sleeping in my bed, spending my money. Bianca's mom called me Wednesday. "Raymond, I'm mortified. We raised her better than this." "I know you did, Mrs. C. She's been lying to everyone. Told us you were controlling, jealous. We believed her. I'm so sorry. Not your fault." She asked to move home. We said only if she gets therapy and shows pay stubs from a new job. She hung up on us. Even her parents were done enabling her. As of now, homeless, couch surfing with the few friends who still believe her lies. Jobless, fired for PTO fraud. Hugo-less, he blocked her after she embarrassed him by getting arrested. Stuff still in storage. Too proud to ask Valentina for the code. Posting increasingly unhinged rants about surviving narcissistic abuse. Meanwhile, I'm sleeping amazing in my drama-free condo, getting texts from Valentina with family tea. Mom uninvited her from Thanksgiving. Focusing on work without constant chaos. Considering adopting a dog. Always wanted one. She was allergic. Another lie? Her cousin Maria works at the resort. Saw the drama online and reached out. "Hey Raymond, saw what happened. Just thought you should know." She charged the entire trip to the room. Like $3,200 in food, drinks, and activities. Put it under Hugo's name. He's fighting the charges since he didn't authorize it. Resort is going after her for fraud. So she's about to add credit card fraud to her resume. You can't make this stuff up. More coming soon. Heard through the grapevine she's trying to start a GoFundMe. Final update, 2 weeks later. The spectacular finale to Bianca's journey from my body, my choice to my choices have consequences was more satisfying than I could have imagined. She actually did it. Created a GoFundMe, helped me escape abusive situation and rebuild my life. The description was a masterpiece of fiction. Claimed I financially controlled her while she lived rent-free. Said I isolated her from friends who she lied to about the trip. Accused me of abandoning her in a foreign country. It was a domestic flight. Stated she needed $10,000 for safe housing and therapy. Goal: $10,000. Raised $45. The comments destroyed her. Jade posted the screenshots of Bianca admitting the trip was with Hugo. Valentina linked the bikini posts with timestamps. Someone found Hugo's posts with the other girl. Maria commented about the resort fraud situation. GoFundMe shut it down within 48 hours for fraudulent claims. Remember that $3,200 she charged to Hugo's room? Yeah, that came back to bite hard. The resort contacted her demanding payment. She ignored them. They sent it to collections. She ignored that too. Then they filed criminal charges for fraud. She got arrested at her temp job. Call center she'd gotten out of desperation. Perp walked out in front of everyone. Her new coworkers live tweeted the whole thing. Hugo, trying to save himself, provided the resort with their text messages, proving she planned to charge everything to his room without permission. Even sent them a voice note where she laughed about making him pay literally. Her parents bailed her out, but with conditions. I know because Mrs. C called me. We're done enabling her. She comes home, gets therapy, or she's on her own. What did she choose? She said we were toxic and unsupportive, so she's on her own. They cut her off completely. No money, no car insurance, no phone plan, nothing. The storage unit finale. Day 29 of the 30-day storage period. Still hadn't gotten her stuff. Valentina finally texted her the code. Storage code is 58847. You have 24 hours before it's considered abandoned. Don't contact me again. Bianca showed up at hour 23 with some random dude she'd met on Tinder. Tried to get him to pay the $50 late fee. He left when he realized she was using him for money and transport. She had to leave half her stuff because she couldn't carry it all. The facility donated what remained to Goodwill. The ultimate karma. Last week, I ran into Hugo at a coffee shop. Awkward but revealing conversation. Hey man, sorry about everything. You mean stealing my girlfriend? Bro, she told me you guys were done. Said you were emotionally abusive, controlling. I believed her. When did she tell you this? Like, April? She'd been texting me for months about how miserable she was. While living in my condo rent-free? His face changed. She lived with you? She said she had her own place, but you were stalking her, so she crashed with you sometimes for safety. The lies ran deep. Hugo. She did the same thing when we dated. Lived with me, cheated with some gym bro, played victim when I kicked her out. I'm an idiot for believing she changed. We're both idiots. At least you didn't get fraud charges. We actually ended up talking for an hour, comparing notes. The patterns were identical. The lies, the victim playing, the entitlement, the cheating. She'd run the same playbook on both of us, where she is now. According to the Gossip Network, living in a sketchy motel that rents by the week, working at a gas station, only place that didn't run a background check. Dating some 50-year-old she met on a sugar daddy site. Still posting inspirational quotes about rising from ashes. Banned from the resort chain entirely. Has court dates for the fraud charges. Lost 90% of her followers after the GoFundMe scandal. Life is peaceful. Renovated the spare room she used as a closet into a home office. Started dating someone new, Petra, who actually has her own place, own car, own life. She laughed when I told her this story and said, the bar is literally underground and some people still bring shovels. Valentina and I are still friends. She apologized again for her sister's behavior. Their whole family basically disowned Bianca. She's not invited to any holidays or family events until she gets serious help and makes amends. Mrs. C sent me a Christmas card with a note. Thank you for treating our daughter better than she deserved. We're sorry she didn't appreciate it. 3 days ago from a number I didn't recognize. Ray, it's B. I know you hate me but I'm pregnant. It's yours from before the trip. I need help. Please. I didn't respond, but I did forward it to my lawyer. He laughed. She's really trying the fake pregnancy card? Classic. Don't worry, if she's actually pregnant, we'll demand a paternity test. Spoiler, it won't be yours. How's he so sure? Because I had a vasectomy 2 years ago. Never told her because we weren't planning kids anyway. But now, best decision I ever made. Lessons learned. 1. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. 2. My body, my choice doesn't mean my consequence is your problem. 3. Cheaters always claim their ex was controlling to justify their behavior. 4. The truth always comes out, especially in the age of social media. 5. Sometimes the best revenge is just letting someone face reality without your support. She wanted to live her best life with her body, her choice. Cool. She can live it from a motel room with fraud charges and no family support. Thanks for following this wild ride, Reddit. Remember, you can't post thirst traps with your ex, then cry abandonment when your current partner walks away. My home, my choice, and I choose peace. She announced, I'm keeping my options open. You should be grateful I'm even with you. I smiled. I am. Then I opened my own options, starting with her divorced mom who'd always thought her daughter was spoiled. Thanksgiving dinner got real awkward. Original post, I, 36 male, was sitting across from my girlfriend Madison, 29, at her favorite overpriced brunch spot when she dropped this gem on me. I think we need to redefine our relationship, she said, picking at her $28 avocado toast. We'd been together 2 years, living together for 6 months in my condo. I was actually planning to propose next month. Had the ring and everything. What do you mean? I asked. Madison leaned back, that little smirk she gets when she thinks she's about to blow my mind. I'm keeping my options open, not closing any doors. You're great and all, but I need to know what else is out there. I set down my coffee. You want an open relationship? No, not exactly. I just want the freedom to explore connections if they happen. You should be grateful I'm even with you, honestly. I could have anyone. The waitress chose that moment to bring our check. Perfect timing. You're probably right, I said, pulling out my wallet. I am grateful. Madison smiled, satisfied. Good, I knew you'd understand. Oh, and my friend Derek from yoga might come over Thursday to help me with some stretches. That okay? Derek, the Instagram fitness influencer who'd been liking all her posts at 2 a.m. Sure, I said. Whatever makes you happy. That was Sunday. By Monday morning, I had my own plan. See, Madison's mom, Deborah, 52F, and I had always gotten along great. She'd been divorced from Madison's dad for 5 years after catching him with his secretary. Cliché, I know. Deborah constantly complained about how she'd spoiled Madison growing up, creating a monster who thought the world revolved around her. I texted Deborah, hey, weird question. Wanna grab coffee? Need advice about Madison. She responded immediately, finally coming to your senses about my daughter? Starbucks in 20. Update 1, the coffee with Deborah was illuminating. Let me guess, she said, stirring her latte. Madison's pulled her I'm too good for monogamy routine? My face must have said everything. Deborah laughed. She did the same thing to her last 3 boyfriends, wants to keep them on the hook while she shops around, then acts shocked when they leave. She told me I should be grateful she's with me. Of course she did. I created that monster. Private schools, never said no, bought her way out of every consequence. Deborah leaned forward. You seem like a genuinely good guy, Tom. You deserve better. Thanks. I'm actually planning my exit strategy now. Good for you. She paused. You know what? I'm having a wine tasting party Friday. You should come. Lots of single women there. Madison's always too busy with her influencer events to come to my things anyway. That's really nice, but, Tom, you're single now. She just doesn't know it yet. Come to the party. Something about the way she said it, the way she looked at me. Deborah was attractive. Really attractive. Worked out religiously, dressed well, had this confidence that comes from surviving a nasty divorce and coming out stronger. You know what? I'll be there. That Thursday, Derek came over. I made sure to be super friendly. Ordered pizza for them. Even offered Derek a beer while Madison changed into her yoga outfit. Bro, you're cool with me helping Madison with her stretches? Derek asked. Why wouldn't I be? She says you're a great instructor. He looked confused. Yeah, instructor, right? I left them to it and went to my home office. Started moving my important documents to a safety deposit box, separating our Netflix accounts. Small things Madison wouldn't notice. Friday's wine tasting was interesting. Deborah introduced me to everyone as Madison's boyfriend who she doesn't deserve. After a few glasses of wine, she got more direct. You know, Tom, I always thought you were too good for her. Deborah, I'm serious. You're intelligent, successful, actually faithful. Everything her father wasn't. We talked until 2 a.m. about books, travel, life. Things Madison never cared about unless they were Instagram-worthy. When I left, Deborah hugged me a little longer than appropriate. Think about it, she whispered. I did think about it, all weekend. Update 2 Monday morning, Madison was in full damage control mode. What do you mean you're moving out, she screeched. I kept packing. You wanted to keep your options open, so am I. That's not how this works, I get to explore, you wait for me. Pass. She grabbed my arm. Tom, baby, I didn't mean it like that. Derek means nothing. The hickey on your neck suggests otherwise. Her hand flew to her throat. Got her. That's from my curling iron. Madison, I don't care anymore. I'm done. Then came the tears, the bargaining, the threats. You'll never find anyone like me. God, I hope not. I moved into a furnished short-term rental that afternoon. Madison blew up my phone. 67 texts, 31 calls, ranging from please come back to you're pathetic to I'm keeping all your stuff to I'm pregnant. She wasn't. Tuesday, Deborah called. Heard you moved out. Good for you. Yeah, it was time. I'm making dinner Thursday. You should come. Just as friends, of course. Of course. Thursday's dinner was not just friends. We had wine, talked, laughed. She told me about Madison's entitled behavior growing up. The tantrums, the demands, the time she literally called the cops because a store wouldn't accept her expired coupon. I enabled it all, Deborah admitted. Guilt from the divorce, trying to buy her love, created a monster. She's not your fault entirely. You're sweet to say that. She moved closer on the couch. You know, Madison called me yesterday. Said you abandoned her. I told her she's an idiot who threw away the best thing that ever happened to her. What did she say? That I'm a terrible mother who never supported her dreams. Deborah laughed. Her dreams of what? Being a professional shopping influencer? We kissed. I'm not proud of it, but I'm not ashamed either. Madison had been hooking up with Derek for weeks based on what I found out later. This was different. This was connection. This is probably a bad idea, I said. Probably, Deborah agreed, then kissed me again. Update 3. The next 2 weeks were surreal. Deborah and I kept things quiet, met for coffee, dinners, long walks. She was everything Madison wasn't: mature, intelligent, actually interested in my thoughts. Madison, meanwhile, went nuclear. Posted all over social media about her abusive ex who abandoned her for no reason. Her friends ate it up. I started getting messages calling me trash, commitment phobe, abuser. Then came the email from Madison. I'm ready to forgive you. You can move back in. But there will be conditions. 1. You apologize publicly. 2. You buy me the Tiffany bracelet I showed you. 3. We go to couples therapy where you admit your issues. 4. Derek is just a friend and you need to accept that. I forwarded it to Deborah. She called immediately, laughing so hard she could barely breathe. The entitlement. I raised a sociopath. Thanksgiving's coming up, I said. Madison invited me last month before all this. Oh my God, are you going? She uninvited me yesterday, said I don't deserve her family's company. Deborah was quiet. Then, come as my date. Deborah, that's genius? Karma? The wake-up call she needs? I was going to say potentially explosive. Even better, my sister always hosts. Madison can't uninvite me, and I'm allowed a +1. I thought about it. Madison had humiliated me publicly, cheated with Derek while demanding I be grateful for her presence. Tried to manipulate me into some one-sided open relationship where only she benefited. What time should I pick you up? Thanksgiving Day arrived. I showed up at Deborah's in a nice suit, flowers in hand. She looked stunning in a burgundy dress. Ready for this? She asked. Ready. We drove to her sister's house, Deborah's hand on my knee the whole way. Walked up to the door together. Madison opened it. The look on her face, I'll remember it forever. Confusion, recognition, horror, rage, all in about 3 seconds. What, Mom? What is he doing here? Tom's my date, sweetie. Problem? Madison's jaw dropped. Your date? Behind her, Derek appeared, because of course she brought Derek to family Thanksgiving. Hey bro, Derek said awkwardly. Derek, good to see you, man. Deborah's sister Janet appeared. Tom, so good to see you again. Deborah's told me so much about you. Come in, come in. The dining room was already set. Madison's cousins, aunts, uncles, all there. Everyone greeting me warmly because I'd met them all before as Madison's boyfriend. Madison pulled Deborah aside, hissing, Are you insane? That's my ex. Sweetie, you said you were keeping your options open. So did Tom. He chose me. You're my mother. And you're a spoiled brat who threw away a good man for a yoga instructor who, by the way, is also sleeping with 3 other clients. Derek went pale. Babe, that's not... Shut up, Derek, Madison and Deborah said in unison. Update 4. Dinner was the most awkward and hilarious 2 hours of my life. Madison sat across from me, stabbing her turkey like it had personally offended her. Derek tried to make conversation about protein supplements. Nobody cared. Deborah's dad, Madison's grandfather, made it worse better. Tom, glad you finally wised up about Madison and found yourself a real woman. Madison. Grandpa? What? Deborah's got class. You just got ass. The cousin's kids laughed. Madison threw down her napkin. This is sick. Mom, you're literally dating my ex. Ex being the key word, Deborah said calmly, squeezing my hand on the table. Madison's aunt. Didn't you tell us last month you were too good for Tom anyway? That's not. I didn't mean. And weren't you bringing that other guy? Where's Jason? Another relative asked. Derek corrected sadly. Whatever. Madison stood up. I'm leaving. This is disgusting. Mom, you're dead to me. Deborah sipped her wine. Okay, sweetie, drive safe. Madison looked around for support. Found none. Even Derek was looking uncomfortable. Derek, we're leaving. Derek looked at the spread of food. But I haven't had pie yet. Now. They left. The whole table exhaled collectively. Janet raised her glass. Thank God she's gone. Toast to Tom and Deborah. Everyone toasted. Madison's 16-year-old cousin said what everyone was thinking. Madison's a complete brat anyway. Tom, you seriously upgraded. We dated for 3 more months. It was good. Really good. But ultimately, we both knew it was more about the connection and the timing than long-term compatibility. The age gap wasn't the issue. It was that we were both processing our experiences with toxic people. We ended things amicably in February. Final update. It's been 8 months since that Thanksgiving. Time for the final update on this saga. Madison's life imploded pretty spectacularly. Derek dumped her a week after Thanksgiving when he found out she was also seeing 2 other guys while demanding exclusivity from him. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. She tried to run back to me in January, showed up at my office with flowers and a speech about how she'd grown as a person. Security escorted her out when she wouldn't leave. Then came the social media meltdown. She posted a 20-part Instagram story about how her narcissistic mother stole her soulmate. People started fact-checking her in the comments. Her follower count tanked when someone leaked screenshots of her texting multiple guys while we were together. The best part? She applied to be on a reality dating show and used our story as her sob story audition. They rejected her for being unsympathetic and entitled. She posted about that too, claiming discrimination against strong, independent women. Deborah and I remain good friends. We text occasionally, grab coffee sometimes. She's dating an age-appropriate architect now who treats her wonderfully. At her birthday party last month, she introduced me to her friend's daughter, a sweet, grounded 32-year-old teacher named Vanessa. We've been dating for 3 months now. Madison found out about Vanessa through mutual friends. Sent me a long email about how I'm following a pattern of betrayal and need therapy to address my issues with commitment. I replied with one line, "I'm grateful you kept your options open. It let me find better ones." She blocked me on everything after that. Victory. Last I heard through the grapevine, Madison's living with her dad, working at his real estate firm, and dating a 45-year-old married man who promises he's leaving his wife soon. She posts motivational quotes about knowing your worth and never settling daily. Deborah sent me a screenshot of one with the laughing emoji. The girl who demanded you be grateful she was with you while cheating is now the other woman to a man who won't even claim her publicly. Karma's beautiful. Looking back, that brunch where Madison announced she was keeping her options open was the best thing that could have happened. It freed me from a relationship with someone who saw me as an accessory rather than a partner. The Thanksgiving dinner? Still legendary in Deborah's family. Janet hosts a Tom's-giving every year now where they toast to trading up and taking out the trash. Madison's still not invited. As for the ring I'd bought, returned it, used the money for a vacation to Europe. Posted lots of photos. Madison viewed every single one from her Finsta account she thought I didn't know about. Life's good when you realize you deserve better than someone who thinks you should be grateful for their mere presence. And sometimes the best revenge is just living well while they self-destruct from their own entitlement. Thanks for following this absolutely bonkers journey. Remember, folks, when someone tells you to be grateful they're with you, be grateful when they leave.